But what we have here is a whole bunch of wine.
Mm-hmm.
And I love wine, if you don't know that about me. And we'll be talking about that. We'll be playing some games and we're going to have fun. And for me, is to get you drunk. But,
A
mm,
little.
yes. So moving on.
Okay.
Let's talk about the wine, right?
Okay.
I was never a big wine drinker. If I have to share an intimate story, not intimate, but an important story,
Mhm.
is 3.5 years ago, I had a stroke. I was playing racquetball and I just got it, went to the hospital, and I did all my exams and all that, and they never determined what caused it, other than having a particle on the left side of my brain that controls the right side of my body, which was scary.
Mhm.
And did all the exams and everything, and they told me I had to change my life, everything, exercising, eating, stress free, drinking, which I was a big beer lover. I drank a lot of beer and I did a little too much, which maybe would have been the cause of it.
Wow.
And when I did my checkups, I had to tell the doctors, like, I need to drink. I like to drink on the weekends, socialize. Excuse me. And they did say, if you're going to drink, wine would be the best one to do, and 2 cups a day, worst case scenario. They
That's
did say
okay.
that in the
Okay.
beginning. So when I was drinking my beer, I moved from Heineken to Corona to IPAs, which were very heavy in volume in alcohol. One beer that I drank, I remember, had 13% alcohol, and I would do 5 of those, which was, when you think about it, like, wow, that's a lot.
Mhm.
So when I worked at a particular job, I would do a lot of wine events. And, I worked the events, and then afterwards, they would allow you to go and check out the venue and see how that was. And they would give you these little small cups. And I'd be like,
Mhm.
well, what is this? And they're like, oh, it's wine, it's grape juice. And I'm like, okay. And when you hit like two or three, you
You
felt
start
it.
feel very
Yeah.
happy.
So when I found that alcohol, obviously, normally alcohol on wine is like 12% to 14.5, I was like, let me do it. It'll be fun. So I want to talk a little bit about it. I know you may not know too much about
No.
wine, but maybe you can learn something with me, something that
Okay.
I love that I can hopefully pass on to you. I know last night or yesterday we tried opening one and you didn't like it.
No. Maybe because I drink another sweet thing. And then you drink some wine, it tastes different flavor.
Yeah, that was my fault because you were drinking a fruity drink,
Mm-hmm.
and then I didn't explain to you that when you're drinking, you have to clean your palate with water,
Okay.
and that was my fault.
That's the way I do when I cooking sometimes.
Yeah.
You have to taste, you have to drink some water. That's okay.
So let me ask you, Ma, do you
Mm-hmm.
drink wine? Like, do you go to the liquor store or the department store to buy wine?
No. I drink wine. I started drinking wine with you when I
Okay.
visit you here in your
Uh-huh.
house, and when I visit my friend
Okay.
in Florida, and they are from Peru and from Chile, and they like to drink a lot of wine. That
Yes.
started, but sometimes I like because I don't like when it's too sour. But
Uh-huh.
I like a little sweet.
Okay.
But
Yeah, you're more on the sweet side, like
yeah,
rosé and
yeah,
the pink
rosé.
ones and stuff.
Okay.
So that's understandable. Um, do you have like any funny or embarrassing moments with wine? Like you spilled it on someone or you dropped it on the carpet?
No,
No?
because I try to not be too drunk. I try to be happy, to feel happy
Okay.
the moment, especially when I am with the family or with my kids, because when you it's you feel happy sometimes, but sometimes no good to drink too much.
Okay, that's
I don't
understandable.
like to be embarrassed.
Uh,
Or maybe with my daughter
okay.
in the restaurant for my birthday.
Uh-huh.
But I like sangria.
Okay.
It's a lot of wine.
Yeah.
And when I go home, I don't remember. I said I in the car. I be sleeping in the back
The back seat.
seat
That's one memory
because
of
that
wine.
sangria that make it's a lot of different wine.
Yes.
I like because it's sweet.
It is sweet, and they not only is it a lot of wine, they add other like fruits and liquor.
Yeah, yeah, another
Yeah,
liquor.
I can't do that.
It's very strong. You feel
Yeah,
like
I can't do that.
it tastes good, but then be
Yep.
careful.
Whoop, whoop. Yes, sir. Okay, so let me explain what's going on here to our listeners and our viewers, right?
Okay.
So I have four different types of wine. One is from Napa Valley, which is in California.
Mm.
One is from Italy, Tuscany area. One is from France, from the Bordeaux region. And another one is from Mystery. I won't tell you what it is. But it's something that you like. I'll say in the European side.
Okay.
Okay. So why I have these particular four, you may be asking, right?
Because we're tasting.
Yes, we're gonna taste it. But why these four is because I've been to these areas.
Yeah, I've been before in tasting with my daughter.
Uh-huh.
I think 1 or 2 times. I don't remember.
Okay. So
But I've
you've
been
experienced this type of
Yeah,
environment.
but,
We have some academia nuts, I think, pistachios, and pretzels for
yeah,
you
different. Okay,
because
thank you.
you need to eat and drink.
Okay,
So I think I'm a pro. I don't need that, but
And,
it's good.
and let me say, my daughter like the white one.
White wines, yes,
Yeah.
like Chardonnay.
I don't
and
like the one
Pinot.
because sometimes I feel it too dry. I don't.
Yeah, it is. That's a good thing to talk about, right? Because they're the difference of red and white. For me, white wine, I only like Chardonnay and a certain one because they have like a buttery taste, and some are crisp, and some are dry, and I can't do that. And one of the other reasons why I like wine, whether it's white or red, is they pair good with food. So white wine they mention to have with pasta, white pasta sauce, seafood. I don't like seafood, so that
I
never
like
works. And you
seafood.
like it, so white wine would be great. You just need to find the right white wine for you because we all have different palates. Because what you taste is different from what I taste. So I prefer more red, and I like to eat it with my meat,
Yeah.
my steak, or different types of T-bones. And if I usually do that in the house, I have my nice glass of wine with my steak, and it changes the taste. So when you're drinking wine by itself, it's one taste, and when you do it with a steak or other foods, it changes it, and you're like, "Whoa, wow, what is that?" So it's like a new drink every time.
I'm going to try to see.
Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna try.